there is always a screening, tenant screening. But most landlords, sometimes overseas, you are working in Abu Dhabi, you're working in Taipei, you are working in elsewhere, you get an agent to help you, right? You also need to know what are the checklists in the screening process. Do not just put it on the onus on the negotiator to do the things for you. They are doing the good job, but you need to tell them what is the thing to look for. All right. So there are a string of profile that you need to be careful upon. And can you imagine that when you buy a property, you go and see, wow, this one offer what? Gated security, CCTV. This one, what do they offer? The wooden door. You look at the list, right? When you look for tenant, how come you don't have a list? 9 out of 10 landlords, I ask them, they don't have a list one. Today, we are in the technologies driven economy. We are talking about data driven decision making. You have to make a decision on the profile of the tenant based on data, not just personality anymore. Those days, yes, I can tell you, you can adjust a bit on using NLP on personality. Today, it has to be data driven. Okay, like example, how many times they have moved over the last 10 years. Now, of course, they may not give you the answer, right? Okay, but you have all the other options of potential tenants. There are some tenants which are very cooperative. When you ask questions and they give you answers, and they give you elongated answers, it means to say that the tenants are very, what you call this, they're very cooperative. So there's always a distinction between potentials and probable. All right, or you can call it shortlisted. Potential, there are plenty lah. All right, doesn't mean everyone who works in an X company, a branded company, wow, is a good tenant for your because they are working in a very so-called golden rice bowl company that can pay your rental. Not necessary. All right, because their facility will change, but their facility can be decided. That is the reason why today, when we buy property, we have this CPOS. So a lot of the things I realize it's easier to actually rent out to residential if you have the commercial or industrial experience, because a lot of the best practices are done in the commercial sector already. So a lot of things, if you notice, commercial practices are actually very, very good because there are a lot of things at stake. But first of all, it's not right? You know, really, it's not right. They already breached the clauses which you stated there. You mentioned you give them 7 days period. So I would not, and I have not given any so-called leeway for this kind of defaulting tenant. No matter what relationship, whether it's someone you know or hopefully you do not know, you have to give them notice already. Okay, that means you have to basically sound them that this is in breach of this clause, and we have the right to terminate the agreement and basically remove you from the premise. Because if you are not stern with them, you are telling them, you are training them, just like ChatGPT or AI. You are training. How the tenant behave, it depends on the landlord as well. That's why I say look at the man in the mirror. If that's the meaning of it. If you give them 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then they behave the same thing again. At the end of the day, the one who suffers is you. So the question on how is just you have to be strict with them. I just believe that everyone needs to be a good and better person out there. I think all matters can be solved. Rental doesn't have to be a stress. Rental is going to be something smooth and easy, as long as we add value first. We add value. Yeah, we add value. I'm sure we will attract the right energy to the people to us.